What is up, everybody? My name is JSM and welcome back to the JSM tournament. And my god, it's happening. We're here. We're making it to the semifinals. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. For most of the tournament, I was chill. For most of the tournament, you know, who wins, who doesn't, it's all just a lot of fun for all of us, right? Now that we're here, now that we're seeing the fairies again, now that we're seeing, well, we're not seeing the ice types again, we saw the ice types last time if I remember correctly, but now that we're making it back to, again, my favorite teams, and it should be your favorite team as well, but now that we're making it back, I cannot contain my excitement. This is actually starting to be so much fun. So much fun and very nerve-wracking, but you know, what isn't? Let us get to it. Our first semi-final as the fairy types, represented by the fucking fluffers, take on the poison types, represented by the metal mockingbirds. And we are in Revavroom and Venomoth on one side and Sylveon and Togekiss on the other. On Sylveon, I believe its moveset is now fully set, I suppose, as we see, and it seems Togekiss came extra prepared. I have not a clue what's happening here, so we're just gonna move past this. As we see a hidden power that was perfectly timed. We see a guillotine and it misses. God, I hate that move. As we see 40% over on Revavroom and Glitzy Glow. Super effective the entire match, automatically making Sylveon maybe the most important Pokemon on the field. Well, you know, aside from the Pokemon that can hit, what is it, 50%? I don't know what the accuracy is. It feels like 50%. And I think it just is because of course it... I am going to be very much a mess this entire episode because I am impossibly excited and any Pokemon going down will be causing me a small heart attack. As will Revavroom as well. It will also be having a heart attack because it is about to die. As we also see a Stun Spore over on Venomoth and the guillotine misses, thank the Lord, and this abomination is off the field. The MVP of the Poison Metal Mockingbirds. The least bird, the most metal. As we see Crobat coming in and we see another Glitzy Glow avoiding Venomoth. As it will both take less damage from Glitzy Glow, but it is also paralyzed. And speaking of paralysis, we see, oh my god, another Stun Spore on a Alolan Ninetales. Usually there's something to take my attention away, like when I'm speaking this fast. There isn't, and I'm kinda scared of that because I struggle to breathe when I start talking a lot. In any case, almost half of Crobat's health is off immediately, as the Stun Spore as well hits it, so now the entire poison side is paralyzed with a super effective move, though not that much damaging potential. I guess on both Pokemon that's solid, but we do see Glitzy Glow taking down Crobat, and Matcha Gotcha, a move whose name I absolutely hate, and it burns. Oh, I was just trying to say the fairy side is absolutely killing it at the moment with a burn on its most key Pokemon as Pheasantipity comes in, which is, I believe, still weak to Psychic, right? I don't think Fairy resists Psychic in any way, but still, now the biggest poison threat is on the field. Well, excluding Iron Moth with Roost, which I am worried about. We see a Rock like 40% on Ninetales. And the burn slowly dealing damage, which is absolutely worrisome. Sylveon, I said this once and I'll say it again, it is the most key Pokemon. That much damage, that consistently, 30% on everything, cannot be in any way, shape or form ignored. Ninetales doesn't really have much ultimately. Clanking scales, lowering his defense doesn't matter that much when it has that much healing, but it just doesn't deal that much damage in compared to, you know, Rock Slide at 41% on Ninetales. We do see Pheasantipity barely holding on for dear life, going down. I believe it's been on the field for 2 turns. I believe we do see conserving the power points for hitting with the Moonblast while Ninetales rests up. And we do see Moonblast resisted, but enough on the 2% takes it down. Would have been real sad if it survived, but it didn't. And already, turn 8, half the poison team is dead. This looks too good to be true. I am not trusting this at all. As we see Iron Moth, the Roost Master. I could not come up with anything better. I'm sorry, it is 12 AM. We see a Fire Lash for 81%. Ninetales is in massive trouble. I don't think it survives the one more turn I think it has before it goes down. We do see another Glitzy Glow over on Iron Moth and a switch out from Ninetales, which is, well, as always, not exactly optimal. With how much can happen in a single turn, it is crazy right now. Usually, I don't have this much to talk about. I'm gonna be for real. Usually, I have to, you know, edit. I don't think I'll have that much editing to do this episode because it's slow. But so much is happening. I am just... Both teams are giving it their absolute all as we see a Meteor Beam over onto Iron Moth. But a Nuzzle for Paralysis. Ooh, when Clefable's only real attacking move is a 2-turn move, Paralysis is absolutely gonna gut it. And now Sylveon 16%, it has maybe 2 turns, best case scenario. The Fairies are losing their biggest advantage with 2 Pokemon almost dead. Well, 1 Pokemon dead, another almost dead. And the Roost, the poison types are really pushing back against it. Though I do still wish to give the clear advantage to the fairy types. If either Whimsicott or Screamtail doesn't have a strong enough moveset, which I do have to say I can't remember the name of the move exactly, but oh god, Sylveon is at 2%. This is its absolute last turn. We see Clefable trying to pull a Ninetales strat, ultimately trying to extend its life as much as possible with healing. The exact same thing Iron Moth is currently doing. As we see a Matcha Gotcha. Down goes Sylveon, the end of an era, ultimately, for this battle. As we see who takes its place. Whimsicott, can't remember what move it has, but it does have a move, Dazzling Gleam, yes, hitting both Pokemon at the same time. We see Screamtail rather coming in, I suppose holding it out for later. Though, oh yes, Fire Lash actually. Fire Lash, which, I always forget, Whimsicott is a grass type, right? Because I do believe it's a counterpart of Lilligant. Doesn't matter. We see switch out of Venomoth into Wheezing for neutralizing gas, which I don't think will have any effect. But we do see a paralysis on Screamtail. Nuzzle with a guaranteed paralysis. Meteor Beam, this is it. If Meteor Beam hits, it takes down Iron Moth. Oh my god, if it takes down, we see a Roost for 50%. Batty Bad. Double Edge for 20%. And then the Meteor Beam hits for 67! Oh, I did not give that Iron Moth the attention it deserved, because with Nuzzle, with Roost, that thing was a menace. That thing was everything both Sylveon and Ninetales were at the same time, but in one Pokemon. And it is just... oh boy, this might just be the downfall. This might just be the downfall, unless Weezing has something better than Batty Bad. We might just see, or it can have Glacial Lance for 44% on Clefable. Because of course it does. Oh my god. Do we see another Meteor Beam from Clefable? because this Clefable might just be the last line of defense. I suppose they do still have Whimsicott in the back, but Whimsicott, its damage output is good across many a Pokemon and with a solid partner, which isn't really an option with two Pokemon at half their health and down. Ooh, down goes Clefable, down goes Screamtail all in one turn. Weezing is holding on by a thread and Venomoth is paralyzed. But I'd say it's even. At the moment with Ninetales basically being dead weight, Weezing just is automatically gonna die from a Dazzling Gleam. I'd say the battle's ever so barely even. We see Weezing going down. Ninetales is asleep. I do believe it should go down this turn. Except it does not at 7% only. It might just woke up. It might just wake up then. We might just have it here and now. I would like to make it clear that I am not exaggerating my enthusiasm. I am actually in love with this. As we see a rest, another rest, Ninetales wakes up and back to bed at 100%. This Venomoth is still paralyzed. This might just be it. This might just be it. As we see Dazzling Gleam 14%, but at the current pace, Leaf Storm on Ninetales not what you need to be doing. Not what you need to be doing, because Ninetales, you do not deal enough damage to take it down before it can rest again. So this is just about it. We see a Super Fang for 16%, trying to take its health down. Ninetales still fast asleep. Venomoth was just paralyzed again, and we see Dazzling Gleam 15%. Ninetales wake up. The last 2%. Venomoth goes down. Oh, the biggest, dumbest smile expands across my face, and ladies and gentlemen, oh, ladies and gentlemen, the fairy types, represented by the fucking Fluffers, move on to the finals. And that will be just about it for this episode, and once again, I cannot say this enough, I am loving this. I have had moments during this tournament when I was straight up not having a good time, right? When you get into a tournament like this, it's a commitment. It's a commitment to get to the end, to the whole thing, to do the whole thing. And at some points, it was dragging. It was hard. I'd say it was worse between like episodes 5 to like 11. But now that I'm here, I think I can just about go all the way. And damn it, I'm loving it. Hope y'all are too. I'll go get to work, and I will see you all next time.